If you're looking for the easiest way to scrape data with Python and BeautifulSoup, then you've clicked on the right video. After watching this video, you will know exactly how to scrape multiple pages with Python and BeautifulSoup. And make sure to watch this video till the end, because at the end of this video I will show you how you can use a proxy server to avoid getting your IP address exposed. Let's start right away. Okay, let's start with making sure that we have the necessary libraries installed. So I have VS Code in front of me. I'm going to go to Terminal, New Terminal, and here I'm going to type pip install, and then I'm going to install requests BeautifulSoup 4 and pandas, and then hit enter. Once you've installed these three libraries, we can start with creating the actual script. Okay, let's start with importing some libraries. I'm going to start with importing requests, which is a library that's actually going to fetch the data from the web page. And then from BS4, I'm going to import BeautifulSoup, which is a library that's going to extract the data that we actually need. And then I'm going to import pandas as PD. And we're going to use pandas to store the data in either CSV or Excel format. Okay, let's navigate to the website that we're going to scrape. And that's this website, books.toscrape.com. I see here all kind of books, and with the next button you can also scroll through the different pages. So I'm going to ask you to scroll to one of the next pages and then change 3 to 1, press enter, and then this is the URL that we are actually going to copy. URL is equal to double quotation marks, and then paste the URL here. And then in order to retrieve the actual page, I'm going to say page is equal to requests.get URL. And then let's print page dot text. And let's see what we get. And you see that we get back the entire HTML of the web page. It's possible that you only see a part of it, and that's because the HTML is too long. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to use soup only to extract the parts that we actually need. So soup is equal to BeautifulSoup, page.text. And then you're going to mention here the parser. And for now, that's html.parser. You can use any parser. Just check the BeautifulSoup documentation to see which parsers are available. Okay, let's try to get the title. Print soup.title.text. Let's run a script. I see that the title is All Products Books to Scrape Sandbox, and that's equal to the actual title of this page that you can find here. So this website includes 1,000 products. Every page lists 20 products, so there are in total 50 pages. So if I change to page 50, you'll see that there are still books here. And if I change 50 to 51, then you won't see any books and you get a 404. So what I'm going to do, let's go to the source of this page, and then you will see here in the title 404 not found. So I'm going to copy this one because it's possible that this website has more books, and then of course you don't want to just stop at page 50. You want to stop scraping at the first empty page to make it more dynamic. So let's say if soup.title.text is equal to 404. And then here I'm going to mention proceed is equal to true. If we get a 404, proceed is going to be false. And then you get here the else. And I'm going to put this in a while proceed. And you could do something like this, while proceed is true, but if you remove it, this means the same. Okay. And then we're going to put URL, page and soup. Then let's cut this part. Let's put it here. And then let's also add current underscore page, which is equal to 1. I'm going to remove the one here and add current page, and I'm going to convert it to a string with str. So current page is 1. We're referring to current page. We're getting the entire page, and then we're checking whether the title is not 404. If the title is not equal to 404, then we're going to proceed. And at the bottom of the while, so here I'm going to say current page plus is 1. So I'm going to add 1 to current page. I'm getting an error because the else is still empty. And in the else, this is where we're going to do the actual data extraction. Okay, let's take one more look at the page. Let's close this one. And let's click here, click on inspect. Okay, so you see that all the products are part of a list, but there are also other lists on this page. So if I'm going to search on the list item, then you will see that the navigation is also built with a list. So we have to tell the script a bit more than just extract list items, because otherwise it's also going to extract the navigation menu. And then the other thing, which is quite funny here, I'm just going to go back to page 1. So you see here a light in the, and then 3 dots. So inspect this item, then you will see that here you cannot see the entire title because it's cut off. That's why you see the 3 dots. But if you click here on the image, then you will see that the entire title, a light in the attic, is part of the alternative text of the image element. So we can fetch the title of this book, even if it's longer. We just have to use a slightly different method. So let's navigate back to VS Code. And what we're going to do, we're going to look through all the books on this page, and then in every single book, we're going to fetch the attributes that we want. So first, let's start with getting all the books. So I'm going to create a new variable, all books is equal to soup.find underscore all. What we want to find is list items. Let's navigate back to the page. But the list items need to have these classes, and that's how you distinguish books from, for example, navigation. Add a comma here, class underscore is equal to, and then you're going to paste here all the classes. Okay, so this is our method to extract all the books, and then we're going to look through the books for book in all underscore books. And for every book, we're going to create a dictionary, which is item. And then we're going to fill this dictionary with all the attributes. So let's start with item title. I'm going to use capitals here. Book dot find. I'm going to search the image, but I want the attribute, and the attribute that I want is the alt tag, the alternative text. Then I also want the link, and the link, that's nothing more than a link to this entire web page where you can find more information on this book, because if you click here, you will find more information here. So just this link that we also want to scrape. Item link is equal to book.find, and this time you want to find the a tag, the link, and the attribute that you want is the href. Then let's navigate back to the page. I also want the price, so right click on inspect, and then you will see that this is a P, and the class is price color. So let's scrape that one as well. Item price is equal to book find P class underscore is equal to, and then this is the class. What's important here, and I'm going to show this, the first thing I'm going to do is just put proceed to false, because otherwise every time the script runs, it's going to scrape 50 pages. So proceed is false. I just want to run it once. And now let's print the price on the screen. Print item price like this. Let's run it. And then you will see that it gets the prices. And then you will see that it gets the prices, but there is one thing that you still have to do. that's @.text. So let's do that here, press color.text, and run the script again. You'll see that this tag will disappear. So with text, you only get the content of the HTML element. But you also see that before the actual price starts, there are also two other signs, two other characters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use string slicing to remove them. So I only want all the characters from character 2. I want to skip character 0 and character 1. Let's run it again. And now you see that we get clean prices. Then something that I also want is the stock, in stock. So click here on inspect. Let's copy this one. It's also P. Stock is equal to book.find P. Class underscore is equal to this.text. And then let's also see what we get for the stock. Okay, and you see that we get in stock, but there is a lot of space around it. And in order to avoid that, I'm going to add the strip tag. So .text.strip. Let's run it again. And now you will see that the white spaces have been removed by the strip method. Then I'm going to add a list here with the name data. Data is equal to a list. And at the end of every book iteration, I'm going to say data.append item. So I'm going to add the item to the actual list. And now you will see that as soon as you run this script, it takes quite a while to scrape 50 pages. So I'm also going to add the page that I'm currently scraping. Currently scraping page. Current page. And add str again to convert it to a string. Okay, let's remove proceed as false and let's run our script. And then it's time to save our data either to an Excel file or a CSV file. So I'm going to create a data frame here. df is equal to pd.dataframe data. And then you can either save it to an Excel file with df.toExcel, books.xlsx, or you can save it to a CSV file with a df.csv, books.csv. I'm showing you both options, just remove the one that you don't want to use. And let's run our script. Then navigate to the folder where you're working, reveal on File Explorer. And you will see that both an Excel file and a CSV file have been created. Let's open them. So you will see there is a title, there is a link, there is a price, and there is the actual stock. Now you see that in the link column, column C, we have relative URLs and not absolute ones. So if you want entire URLs, then we can just copy this part. And we can then put it here before the link, like this. Run your script again, and you will see that now instead of a relative path, you have an absolute URL in your Excel file. So at the start of this video, I promised to tell a bit about using proxies in web scraping. So what you see here is another script. As you can see, I'm scraping the website ident.me, and that website is showing my IP address. And at the moment, I'm not using any proxy yet. You see here that I'm calling to request.get with the URL, and also with proxies is proxies, but you see here that this line of code is disabled. Now if I run the script, you will immediately see my current IP address. This is my IP address. So what I'm doing is I'm using a proxy. And by using a proxy, all my traffic is redirected via another server, and that's why the target website cannot find my current IP address. And when I uncomment line 9, you will see that my IP address will change. And in this case, the target website is only able to see the IP address of the proxy server, and my IP address is hidden. So we'll see that my IP address has now been changed. It's possible to get access to some free proxy servers on the internet, but if you want to get serious about web scraping and if you want to avoid a lot of hassle, I definitely recommend you to go with a paid proxy server. And the product that I've bought is Residential Proxies. And if you navigate to my account, you can see that you can buy this product for $10. You pay as you go, so there is no subscription. And for $10, you can scrape a lot of websites without exposing your IP address. Only thing you have to do is buy this package. So after buying Residential Proxies, navigate to the product, then go to Users, and then you can create a user here. Just click here on New User, provide a username, provide a password, then click on Create User, and those are the username and passwords that you can then provide here in the script. And from now on, you can scrape the internet without the risk of your IP address being exposed. If this video was helpful for you, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will see you in my next video.